Hello everyone! Welcome to our video. So, today we're going to talk about something interesting that happen every day.
Kang,
Hey!
awakmu ngerasa ana sing gak sih?
Apaan tuh?
Coba, thinking first.
I don't think I'm losing anything.
Really?
Iya.
Awetmu nih.
Oh my god, thank you. I must have dropped
Hey,
it.
I gotta go.
Okay, thank you ya.
Okay, dadah.
Okay, everyone. Did you notice something? Did you hear how my brain just sparked? Sim makes Indonesian a little bit of a regional language and English all in one shared conversation. This is actually a very popular language phenomenon in our society. In sociolinguistic, which is the study of language function in a social context and its development in society, we call this bilingualism. Bilingualism is the ability of speaker to use two languages equally well, or alternately from one language to another. Because Indonesia has a wide variety of cultures and languages, people naturally mix them. When people from one language community interact with another, they experience language contact. This creates two main behaviors that we use every day without even realizing it: code switching and code mixing. Code switching is when we mix words, phrases, and sentences from two distinct grammatical systems across sentence boundaries. It is a change of use of two or more languages. Code mixing, on the other hand, is embedding linguistic units like words, phrases, and codes into a dominant language. In code mixing, there is one main language used, but we insert foreign language to make it look cool or acceptable.
Exactly. Like what I just did earlier, I was using my Indonesian as my main language, but I insert English words. That is called code mixing. This happens a lot in casual settings, especially on social media. A greatest example is on YouTube. Indonesia is actually the fourth largest country for YouTube users in the world, and the most of them are Gen Z. If you watch the YouTube video Glitch in the Matrix by Nessie and Cinta, you will see a lot of code mixing. There are actually three forms of code mixing you can find there. The first one is inner code mixing. This happens when we integrate elements from one language into another in the same sentence. For example, Cinta said,
dan literally namanya The Wuhan virus udah tertulis tahun 80-an gitu, if I'm not mistaken.
She used Indonesian but inserted English words to keep a casual tone. This is when we incorporate words from a foreign language into the main language. For the example, Nora said,
Menurut aku banyak conspiracy theories di luar sana yang sebenarnya berbasis fakta dan kenyataan ya.
She used the English term conspiracy theories because she is the exposed to global media and the term is widely recognized. And the last one is hybrid code mixing. This is super interesting because it blends regional, national, and global language together. For the example, someone might say, Cinta? Oh, it's a Korean drama, kayak video zaman dulu tuh. That is Korean, English, and Indonesia is all in one braid to make the content accessible and engaging.
That hybrid mix is crazy. But remember, while code mixing is about inserting words, code switching is a bit different. Code switching is the act of countedly alternating between two languages. And just like code mixing, it has its own categories based on where the switch happens. There are three main types of code switching. The first one is intersentential switching. This happens at the boundaries of sentences. You finish a sentence in one language and start the next sentence in another. For example,
Cuman aku rasa kita aja yang malas benar-benar menganalisis. Benar-benar. There are so many public documents out there that literally is telling us what's happening.
Exactly.
the speaker switched to English to emphasize the credibility and importance of the information. The second is intrasentential switching. This occurs within a single sentence without any pauses. An example is,
So without any further ado, stop snoozing, cause shit's about to go down. Jadi,
the language alternation is seamless, which shows a very high level of bilingual proficiency. The last is extrasentential switching. This involves inserting a tag phrase or a single word from one language to an utterance in another. For example is,
thank you for having me, dan maaf atas komentar-komentarnya yang mungkin agak grim dan dark.
using grim and dark as a layer of sophistication might not be easily expressed in Indonesian. It truly does add a layer of sophistication. However, this phenomenon isn't exclusive to celebrities on YouTube. It's prevalent throughout our society, and researchers have actually quantified it. A study conducted in North Sumatra, Indonesia, specifically targeting Medan, Cinta, and Mandailing Natal Regency, examined how native speakers of the Badak, Toba, and Mandailing languages integrate Indonesian and English into their daily speech. The researchers discovered that code switching and code mixing occur across three distinct linguistic levels. 1. The word level. This is by far the most frequent, accounting around 57.3% of the collected data. Speakers effortlessly substitute individual words, such as saying, "Maaf ya, komputer saya lagi error," or "Boleh tahu email kamu?" to the phrase level, coming in second at 40.4%. This involves swapping short phrase, for instance, "Kita lagi online nih," or "Coba saja application form itu." Interestingly, in the city of Medan, an overwhelming around 85.7% of these phrase level expressions incorporated English. 3. The sentence level. This was the least common at 17.3%, where speakers switch entire sentences mid-conversation like saying, "Aku tuh bingung and I really don't know what I have to do." While this linguistic blending might seem trendy, the researchers raised a serious concern. Due to the massive influence of Indonesian in English, there's a genuine risk of local dialects, like the Badak language, gradually fading away. Over time, it can erode the grammatical structure of native languages, ultimately resulting in the loss of valuable cultural assets.
This is a really great point about our local language. It makes you wonder if code mixing and code switching can affect our local language. Why do we keep doing them? Well, Bassett always said there are two main backgrounds for code mixing: the attitudinal type, which is related to the speaker attitude, and the linguistic type, which is related to limitation in the language. People use code mixing and code switching for many everyday reasons. Sometimes they do not know the Indonesian local equivalent of certain words, such as download or upload, so they use them to fill lexical gaps. They want to express specific point or express certain meaning more effectively. They want to make conversation more interesting and dynamic. They use them to create familiarity with other people. Inserting a local language can make someone feel comfortable and appreciated. They want to be sociable, or they simply follow the language habits they frequently hear around them. According to sociolinguistic theory, code mixing and code switching are not random. They reflect our social and cultural identity. They also demonstrate bilingual proficiency and sociolinguistic awareness. We naturally use these strategies to connect with our friends, viewers, and communities on different levels. So, whether we are chatting with friends, watching Indonesian YouTuber, or interacting with people from different backgrounds, mixing and switching language are natural product of communication in diverse society.